Okay, so as usual, we begin with three Omkars and Gita Prarthana and 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Om. Om. पार्थाय प्रतिबोधिताम् भगवताम् नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथिताम् पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि भगवत् गीते भयद्वेषिणी प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवैत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु द्वादशोऽध्यायः भक्तियोगः। अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेताः ते मे युक्ततमा मताः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम् सन्नियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते। ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम् मय्येव मन आधस्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान् श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः त्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम् अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखः सुखक्षमी सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारंभ परित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमान्यः स मे प्रियः समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समः सङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतस्थिरमतिः भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धधाना मत्परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियाः ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे भक्तियोगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् संपूर्ण प्रकृती आणि जगतात घडणाऱ्या घडामोडी हा सगळा त्रिगुणांचा खेळ आहे असं आपण बघितलं. आणि आपल्या प्रकृतीमध्ये म्हणजे मन बुद्धी अहंकार चित्त शरीर इंद्रिय ही सगळी मिळून आपली प्रकृती आहे. आणि या आपल्या प्रकृतीमध्ये सुद्धा हा त्रिगुणात्मक खेळ सतत चालू असतो. आणि कधी सत्वगुण कधी रजोगुण कधी तमोगुण याची वृद्धी होत असते. आणि त्याप्रमाणे आपली जी बिहेवियर आहे किंवा आपली जी वर्तणूक आहे त्याच्यामध्ये बदल होत असतो. सो दिस त्रिगुणाज आर देअर एव्हरीवेअर इन नेचर as well as they are within us all the time, and one of them is dominating sometime or the other. जनरली असं असतं की सकाळी एकदम जेव्हा आपण उठतो तेव्हा रात्रभर तर तमोगुण जास्त असतो आपल्यामध्ये, पण वेन वी वेक अप अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग द सत्वगुण इज मोर. अँड दॅट इज वाय जनरली मेडिटेशन, योगाभ्यास हे सगळं सकाळी करणं याकरता सुद्धा चांगलं असतं की अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग दी सत्वगुण इज रिअली डॉमिनेटिंग जनरली because of the atmosphere, because of the calmness, quietude which is there in the surrounding areas. Then as the day increases, Rajoguna increases. We are active. We start running here and there. मग दुपारी परत जेवण वगैरे झाल्यावर थोडासा तमोगुणाचा प्रभाव आणि त्याच्यामुळे आपण वी लाईक टू रेस्ट आफ्टर फूड, आफ्टर meal, which is not only in India but even in other countries also, even in Italy and other places, siesta, that means having little rest after food is very common thing. Then again, in the evening, the Rajoguna increases. Then in the night, somehow Tamu, and all these are utilized. Suppose if we have only Rajoguna, keep on moving, body will not have rest at all. Rajoguna is also necessary for us to keep the body to the rest. म्हणजे रात्री झोपणं हे सुद्धा तितकंच गरजेचं असतं. सो द त्रिगुणाज आर देअर विद इन अस अँड दे कीप ऑन वर्किंग इन अस अँड ॲज दे शो अप द बिहेवियर गोज ऑन चेंजिंग. रामायणामधली ही जी तीन दी थ्री कॅरेक्टर्स विच आर देअर, म्हणजे रावण, विभीषण आणि कुंभकर्ण, they are the symbolic of the trigunas. You know, Vibhishana is a symbol of sattva guna. So though he was rakshasa and all that, he was by the side of dharma, he was by side of Rama, and he really told Ravana also, though he was king and very mighty king and brother, that no, whatever you have done is not right and the right path also. But then Ravana himself was tremendously rajasic. म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये जे रजोगुणाचे जे आपण सगळे कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स पाहिले की खूप लोभ, लॉट ऑफ डिझायर, क्रेविंग फॉर एव्हरीथिंग, ऑल वॉज देअर इन रावण. कुंभकर्ण फुल ऑफ तमस, आणि असं म्हणतात 6 महिने तो झोपायचा, 6 महिने तो जागा असायचा. आणि ऍक्च्युअली त्या युद्धामध्ये सुद्धा असं म्हणतात की यू आर स्लीपिंग ऍक्च्युअली वेन द ग्रेट वॉर वॉज गोइंग ऑन, यू आर स्लीपिंग. अँड देन रावणा सडनली रिअलाइज दॅट नाऊ कुंभकर्ण इज रिअली नेसेसरी because his army may get defeated if a warrior like Kumbhakarna doesn't wake up. So they had to do a lot of things to wake him up. Now it is said that as soon as he woke up, as I told you early in the morning, Sattva Guna is more. Okay, so as soon as he woke up and he came to know that Ravana really has done some adharma and सीतेला त्यांनी पळवून आणलेली आहे. He actually scolded Ravana for that. And he said that whatever you have done is definitely wrong and I don't agree with you and all that. But Ravana was very intelligent. He said that he is कुंभकर्ण हे सगळं बोलतोय याचं कारण की त्याला व्यवस्थित जेवण मिळालेलं नाहीये आणि म्हणून तो त्याच्या प्रकृतीच्या विरोधीत गेलेला आहे. त्याची प्रकृती तामसिक आहे आणि म्हणून त्याने खूप लॉट ऑफ नॉनव्हेज फूड अँड वाईन he makes available for Kumbhakarna and he eats like anything and drinks like anything, and then he is back to his tamoguna, and then he is prepared to fight even against God. म्हणजे जे दुष्कृत्य असतं, म्हणजे now he forgets that Ravana has done something wrong and adharmic and abducted Sita, all that, and he so in everybody this sattva raja tamo guna is always there. Now what Bhagavad Gita is really trying to tell is, in our behavior it is necessary for us to recognize which guna is dominant and to transform it more and more. That is the thing which, that is the part of sadhana as far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned. So if we want total transformation and total change in the character, then recognition of a particular guna during our behavior and its transformation will lead to transformation of lower prakriti. म्हणजे हे जे सगळे गुण आहेत हे सगळे अपरा प्रकृती मधले आहेत. त्याच्याकडून पराप्रकृती जी दैवी प्रकृती आहे त्याच्याकडे जर जायचं असेल तर या त्रिगुणांच्या पलीकडे आपल्याला जावं लागेल आणि दॅट इज दी साधना विच वी हॅव टू डू. सो दे ऑलवेज से रेकग्निशन इज हाफ द सोल्युशन. सो इफ यू ऑब्झर्व the behavior, our own behavior very carefully and find out which of the guna is dominant in us and whether we can transfer it, and preferably sattvastho, whether we can have more and more of sattva guna. म्हणून पतंजलींनी सुद्धा सत्व पुरुषयोः शुद्धी साम्ये कैवल्यमिती असं योगसूत्रामध्ये म्हटलेलं आहे की when one is full of sattva, then almost that sattva is as pure as Purusha's consciousness itself, and therefore the Kaivalya sthiti comes. Sattva Purushayoho Shuddhi Samye Kaivalyamiti. So that is the thing which is being told in Bhagavad Gita. So we were on, I think, 14th. Yada Sattve Pravruddhetu Pralayam Yati Dehbhut. So now, from 14 onwards, up till now, when a particular guna dominates, how the behavioral changes come. किंवा कशा प्रकारची बंधनं ही कुठच्या गुणामुळे होतात हे आतापर्यंत सांगितलं गेलं. सत्वाचं बंधन कसं असतं, ते पवित्र असतं, ते आनंददायी असतं, ते सुखकारक असतं वगैरे वगैरे. नंतर रजसचं बंधन कसं असतं, तर ते लालसा निर्माण करतं, कामना निर्माण करतं. तमसाचं बंधन कसं असतं, तर ते अंधकारमय असतं, ते मोह निर्माण करतं वगैरे वगैरे. नाऊ in the 3 shlokas he tells how these gunas will lead the jiva after death. की मृत्यूनंतर या गुणांच्या प्रभावामुळे कशी गती मिळते जीवाला. So what will be the life after death is also decided by the gunas. तेव्हा या श्लोकामध्ये यदा सत्वे प्रवृद्धेतु प्रलयम याति देहभृत तदोत्तमविदाम लोकान अमलान प्रतिप्रद्यते. जर मनुष्य सत्वगुणी असेल, so sattva dominates his life. Throughout his life he is full of sattva guna. That means he is a very pious person, he is a very religious person, he doesn't harm anybody, and so on and so forth. तर सत्वगुणीचा असं यदा सत्वे प्रवृद्धेतु प्रलयम याति देहभूत. सो प्रलय प्रकर्षेण लये याति म्हणजे देहाचा प्रलय याचा अर्थ मृत्यू. As we discussed the other day also that या सगळ्या जगताचा प्रलय एक असतोच, तो युगांत असतो. परंतु प्रत्येक जीव हा जेव्हा शरीर सोडून जातो तेव्हा सुद्धा तो त्या जीवाकरता प्रलयच असतो. So when we leave our body finally, that means at the time of death, the death is really pralaya. म्हणूनच याच्यामध्ये असलं म्हटले यदा सत्वे प्रवृद्धेतु प्रलयम याति देहभृत. म्हणजे अशा माणसाला जेव्हा मरण येतं, when the last time or the last second of his death comes and when he dies finally, तद उत्तम विदाम लोकान अमलान प्रतिपद्यते. Then he is transformed to uttama loka, the higher regions of consciousness. Amalan, very pure type of regions of consciousness. म्हणजे थोडक्यात ते देवलोकी जातात. So we have this idea of having Pitruloka, having the Devaloka, and of course the lower regions of our consciousness, and depending upon the sum total effect of your karmas, you pass on to different kinds of regions. म्हणून जो सत्वगुणी असतो So he goes to higher levels of consciousness. And in Sankhya Karika, actually, the 7 higher regions of consciousness have been mentioned. की आपण जे असं म्हणतो की आपला जो लोक आहे तो भूलोक आहे. तर भुवः स्वहा महा जनः तपः सत्यम. So these are the 6 higher regions of consciousness. So depending upon how much of sattva guna is there in that person, he goes from bhu to bhuvaha. If he is still having sattva guna, swaha. If still better, maha, then janaha, then tapaha, finally reaching satya. So they are the higher and higher regions of consciousness which have been told. There are lower regions of consciousness also, higher regions of consciousness also. आणि म्हणूनच काल मी सांगितल्याप्रमाणे सत्व गुण is also regarded as very buoyant and it has buoyancy or it has upward going tendency, all right, like a flame. म्हणूनच तुलना ही प्रकाशाशी केलेली आहे किंवा ज्योतिषी केलेली आहे की ज्योती नेहमी ऊर्ध्वगामी असते. The flame always goes upwards. Even if you turn it downward. केला जरी पोत बळेची खाले ज्वाला तरी त्या वरती उफाळे असं म्हटलं जातं की इवन इफ यू टेक द कॅन्डल अँड टर्न द कॅन्डल अपसाइड डाऊन, even then the flame will always go upwards, okay, because that is the natural tendency of the fire to go upwards, and that is the tendency of sattva guna to go upwards. So if the soul is full of sattva, sattva takes him upwards to the higher and higher regions of consciousness. म्हणजे त्याचं जितकं हलकेपण असेल, जितकं ते जास्त प्रकाशमय असेल, तसे तसे अधिकाधिक प्रकाशमय असे लोक म्हणजे रिजन्स त्याला मिळत जातात. सो इट गोज अपवर्ड्स, दॅट इज व्हॉट इज सांगितलं. म्हणजे म्हणूनच सत्वगुणी म्हटलं, आपल्याकडे जे असं म्हणतात की मनुष्याने जास्तीत जास्त पुण्य कर्म केलं पाहिजे, ते याच्यासाठी की दॅट इज व्हॉट आवर पीपल आर टेलिंग अस, दॅट युअर लाईफ आफ्टर डेथ डिपेंड्स अपॉन ऑल दीज थिंग्स विच दे हॅव मेन्शन्ड. सो सत्वगुण जर जास्त असेल, you go higher and higher in the regions of consciousness. So tada उत्तम विधान लोकान अमलान प्रतिपद्यते. अतिशय उत्तमातले उत्तम असे लोक म्हणजे regions of consciousness he gets when यदा सत्वे प्रवृद्धेतु प्रलयम याति देहभृत. म्हणजे सत्वगुण हा सत्वगुणांनी पूर्ण झाल्यानंतर जो शरीर सोडून जातो, म्हणजे ज्याला मृत्यू येतो, अशा एखाद्या आत्म्याला किंवा पुरुषाला he gets the higher regions of consciousness. What happens to others? रजसी प्रलयम गत्वा कर्म संगीषु जायते तदा प्रलीनस्तमसी मूढ़ योनिषु जायते. So just as sattva guna is buoyant and therefore has upward tendency, Rajoguna has more or less lateral type of movement. Rajogunaची जी movement असते ना, so it goes laterally and therefore more or less मृत्यू लोकातच तो राहतो. रजोगुणी जो असतो ना, रजसी प्रलयम गत्वा, म्हणजे जो मनुष्य रजोगुणाने युक्त आहे त्याला मृत्यू आल्यानंतर प्रलयम गत्वा, when he dies, कर्म संगीषु जायते, he still remains in action oriented regions, the regions in which lot of action is taking place. ज्याच्यामध्ये कर्माला जास्त महत्व आहे, ऍक्शन टेंडन्सी जिथे जास्त आहेत, आणि ह्या सर्वसाधारणपणे मृत्यू लोकांमध्ये जास्तीत जास्त असतात. आणि त्याच्यामुळे जनरली अनलेस जसं मी काल सांगितलं की 4 प्रकारचे जे चातुर्वर्ण्य आहेत, त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा इट इज नॉट प्रिसाइसली ओनली सत्व और ओनली रज और ओनली तम, इट इज ऑलवेज अ मिक्सचर. So if the Rajoguna is also little bit mixed with Sattva Guna, If it is rajaso sattvic type of ahankara, then no doubt he will not be able to go to higher regions, but he will have some sort of better life in the मृत्यूलोक itself. म्हणून जेव्हा अर्जुनाने प्रश्न विचारला होता कृष्णाला की तू सगळी साधना वगैरे म्हणतोयस ठीक आहे आणि सगळी साधना करून मला मुक्ती मिळेल वगैरे वगैरे सगळं ठीक आहे, पण म्हणजे मी खूप साधना केली समजा आणि माझी साधना पूर्णत्वाला गेली नाही आणि मी मध्येच जर योगभ्रष्ट झालो तर आय एम नॉट एबल टू एन्जॉय द पृथ्वी लोक म्हणजे भौतिक सुखाला पण मी पारखी होईन, because I have to leave all this in order to do my sadhana, and neither I will reach the heaven or samadhi. So what happens to such a person who is really not able to reach the highest goal, that is liberation or samadhi, and because he wants to do sadhana, he has left the worldly pleasures and other things. Then he says that Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashto Vijayate अथवा योगिनाम एव कुले भवती धीमताम, की असा जो मनुष्य असतो की जो खूप साधना करून म्हणजे थोडक्यात म्हणजे रजो सात्विक, ही इज प्रिडॉमिनंटली रजोगुण but also has sattva guna in him. So though he is active with a little bit of sattva guna. So his actions are really not only selfish type of actions. Now and then he helps others and other things. So such a person शुचीनाम श्रीमताम गेहे योग भ्रष्टो भी जायते, असा प्रकारचा जो असेल तो he will be taking birth in the pure family, in wealthy family, अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवती धीमताम, किंवा योग्यांच्या कुलातच त्याचा जन्म येईल. So it all depends upon, because nobody is purely sattvic, purely rajasic or purely tamasic. But if the rajasic person is having, if it is rajo tamasic type, that is rajoguna with a tinge of tamas in him, then he may go to lower region. He may not come to even the mrityuloka, or may not become a human being. Okay, he may be nearer to human beings, maybe monkeys and all that, but not human beings also, if he is rajotamasic. Okay, so that is the thing which he has told. Parantu rajasi pralayam gatva karma sandhishu jayate. He will be having lot of activity in his life. आणि action oriented life, that will be his life. तथा प्रलीनस्तमसी मूढ योनिषु जायते, ज्याच्यामध्ये तमोगुणाचा प्रभाव जास्त आहे. अँड वी हॅव सीन की तमोगुण म्हणजे अज्ञानाचं आवरण ज्याच्यामध्ये असतं, मोहाचं आवरण ज्याच्यामध्ये असतं. सो दोज हू वर्क इन टोटल इग्नरन्स, इन टोटल डार्कनेस, those who are having a lot of inertia, such people who are tamasic people, mudha yonishu jayate, they will take birth in mudha yoni, म्हणजे अगदी कीटक, किडे मकोडे किंवा very very low type of animal life. And if it is highly tamasic, even he may go to plant life, even to plant kingdom. So that is actually the difference, as we discussed the other day also. It is the difference of the dominance of gunas which differentiate between the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the human kingdom, and so on. As we go from one king, in plant kingdom probably the tamo guna is more. That is why plants do not move from one place to another place at all. Little bit movement starts in the creatures and other regions. Okay, so there is more and more rajoguna, and then when sattva guna comes, the human being comes, the real progress starts. So actually consciousness goes on progressing as one progresses from tamo guna to rajo guna to Sattva-guna and finally becoming Gunatita. So uh, now these are probably the warnings which are given to us की आपण जर तमोगुणी असू तर आपल्याला खरोखरच it is not that when we are born as human beings, the next life also will be that of human beings, not necessary. If we do lot of tamasic activities, सगळी जी पापकर्म आहेत ना ती तामसिकच आहेत. आपण 17व्या अध्यायात आणि 18व्या अध्यायात याविषयी जास्त चर्चा करणार आहोत, कारण त्याच्यामध्ये तामसिक कर्म कोणची, राजसिक कर्म कोणची याची सगळ्याची चर्चा आहे. इफ यू गो by papa karma, you can go down the ladder of evolution and you can really become creatures of very low order. म्हणजे किडे मकोडे साप विंचू अशा प्रकारच्या निम्न योनी म्हणून मूढ योनिषु जायते. मूढ योनी म्हणजे those creatures which do not have their own intellect, which go only by prakriti. They don't think about evolving out or having better life. Only man thinks like that I should progress more and more and all that. Only man thinks about that. Other animals and all, they go only by their instincts. And so that is called Mudha Yoni. They don't have the intelligence to change the life pattern or to progress in life. So such yonis, they are called as Mudha Yonis. तर आता हे सगळं ऍक्च्युअली काय आहे की हाऊ some are born as creatures, some are born as human beings again. जे राजसिक वृत्तीचे असतील ते परत मृत्यू लोकावरच येतील, आणि जे सात्विक असतील they will go to the higher regions of consciousness. And just as we have seen 7 higher regions of consciousness, lower regions are also, म्हणजे सप्त पाताळाची जी आपली कल्पना आहे, देर आर 7 नीदर लोअर रिजन्स, म्हणजे अतल वितल सुतल महातल रसातल तलातल पाताळ अशा प्रकारची 7 दे आर regions of more and more and more and more darkness. Just as bhuva swaha maha janaha tapa, they are the regions of more and more and more light. These are the regions of more and more and more darkness, more and more tamas. तेव्हा तामसिकता जर वाढत गेली तर मग आपण असं म्हणतो ना, तू रसातळाला जाशील. सो दे आर द regions of darkness actually. किंवा so all the rakshasas, they are supposed to be in patal loka. Why? Because they are so tamasic. So those are the regions. Now what exactly does it mean that who decides it? Who actually decides how what type of life you get after death? What kind of birth, in which yoni you take birth? Who decides? Bhagavad Gita tells you decide. The Purusha or the self-consciousness only decides what kind of life. There is nobody to give punishment and all those things. आपल्या इथे असं म्हटलं जातं की मृत्यू झाला की तो मनुष्य जातो, मग one great accountant is sitting there, whose name is चित्रगुप्त, मोठा सीए आहे तो असं म्हटलं जातो. तो ताबडतोब आपली सगळी लेजर काढतो त्याचं, आपलं नाव बघतो, तुझी इतकी पुण्य तुझी इतकी पाप, ती सगळ्याची गोळाबरीज करून तो आपल्याला रिझल्ट देतो की डिपेंडिंग अपॉन ऑल दिस द रिझल्टंट कम्स दॅट यू विल गो टू हेल or you will go to Mrityuloka or you will go to heaven. And there is nothing, that Chitragupta is really inside us. And the name also, he is Gupta. Gupta means one who is not visible, and Chitragupta means one who is continuously noting down. He is a sort of, he is taking photograph of all our actions and behavior. चित्र, आपल्या चित्ताशयामध्ये आपण जे जे काही कर्म करत असतो ज्याचं चित्र सतत तो काढत असतो. That means he produces all those samskaras. ही चित्रगुप्त. Actually, our chitta itself is the Chitragupta, which is absorbing everything that we do in life, all our actions, all our thoughts, the mind, the intellect, whatever we have done, चित्तावर त्याचे ठसे उमटत जातात. आणि त्या ठशामधून जे निष्पन्न होतं, the total consciousness, the next life is in order to express that consciousness. That is a kind of software which is produced by the jiva, and the corresponding hardware is provided by prakriti in the next life. म्हणजे तुमची चेतना, ज्या प्रकारची चेतना असेल त्या चेतनेच्या प्रकटीकरण करण्याकरता ज्या प्रकारचं शरीर, ज्या प्रकारची इंद्रिय तुम्हाला लागतील, त्या प्रकारचं शरीर आणि इंद्रिय ती चेतना शोधून काढते प्रकृतीमधून. आणि हे 15व्या अध्यायात आपण बघणार आहोत. प्रकृती स्थानी कर्षती. The Jivatma, depending upon his own consciousness, and that consciousness will depend upon our sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, all types of action and the sum total of it. आणि तो जो चित्ताशय असेल, that the resultant consciousness will seek a particular body for its expression. So it is actually our own choice. There is no one out there who decides or punishes us one way or the other, or gives us rewards to go to heaven, or punishes us to go to hell. No one outside there. It is our own making. It is our own choice. We only decide. That is what Bhagavad Gita is telling. की आपल्याच कर्मामुळे, आपल्या सत्व रजो तम गुणांच्या ऍक्शन्समुळे त्या चित्ताशयामध्ये ज्या प्रकारची चेतना मृत्यूच्या समयी असेल, त्या चेतनेला प्रकट करण्याकरता ज्या प्रकारचं शरीर लागेल, तर ती चेतना जर अगदीच सिकडून गेली असेल, अगदीच जर निम्न स्तरावरची असेल, it will not need human being for expressing it. It may need only the creature like ant or creature like the snake or something like that for expressing it. Then the body will accept that, the soul will accept that body in order to express it. You know, that is what precisely happens. म्हणजे मूढ योनिषु जायते, म्हणजे he himself, the soul himself takes birth in मूढ yoni because his consciousness accepts that kind of hardware, that kind of body. That is, so it is the thing which we should understand is that it is our own choice. It is our own making. Nobody is trying to favor us. Nobody is trying to disfavor us. Nobody is trying to punish us. Okay. तर हे आपल्याच हातात असतं, आपला जन्म कसा व्हावा आणि पुढची गती कशी मिळावी. So that is the thing which has been given in that. So we are coming to 16. कर्मणः सुकृतस्याहु सात्विकम निर्मलम फलम रजसस्तु फलम दुःखम अज्ञानं तमसः फलम. So now the same thing has been repeated again. कर्मणः सुकृतस्याहु, सगळी कर्म जर सुकृत असतील, that means virtuous acts, sattvic acts, सगळी कर्म जर सात्विक असतील, आणि कर्म as we are telling again and again, the physical actions, the mental actions, the intellectual actions. म्हणजे फिजिकली तुम्ही लिथार्जिक असाल आणि तुम्ही म्हणाल मी काहीच खरं म्हणजे केलेलं नाही, पाप कर्म, तर मला कशाला योनी मिळेल. बट इंटलेक्च्युअली ऑर इवन सायकोलॉजिकली, इफ यू आर थिंकिंग इल ऑफ अदर्स, ऍट मेंटल लेवल यू आर डुईंग पाप कर्म. तुम्ही ऍक्च्युअली जाऊन काय कुणाचं खून केलेलं नाही किंवा काय केलेलं नाहीये, परंतु मानसिक स्तरावर तुम्ही कुणाचा तरी नाश हो अशा प्रकारची इच्छा तुमच्या मनामध्ये असेल, तो इट इज मेंटल पापकर्म. ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी, मेंटली इफ यू आर प्रेइंग फॉर समबडी, सर्वेत्र सुखिनः सन्तु, किंवा मेंटली प्रेइंग फॉर युअर फ्रेंड और समथिंग, इट इज सुकृत at the mental level, sukrita at the intellectual level. So action is at various levels of Parotmasat, even at the spiritual level. That is why Swami Vivekananda used to say that the idea of Karma Yoga is service. Hmm. And service could be of various types. If you are giving food to the hungry, well, it is a very good service. It is Karma Yoga. If you are serving the sick, yes, it is a good service. But the greatest service is the spiritual service. If you are taking someone on the spiritual path, that is the greatest service which you can have. तर ते सुकृत हे आध्यात्मिक स्तरावरचं सुकृत असतं. So when he is saying कर्मण सुकृतस्याहु, so sattvic karma at physical level, at mental level, at intellectual level, even at the spiritual level, सात्विकम निर्मलम फलम. So त्याचं जे फल असतं ते निर्मल प्युरिटी. And when more and more purity is there, higher and higher regions of consciousness are available. हे सगळं असं गणितच असं आहे. जितके तुम्ही हलके व्हाल तितके तुम्ही वरच्या स्तरावर जात राहाल असं भगवद्गीता सांगते. रजसस्तु फलम दुःखम. जितक्या रजोगुण जास्त तितकं दुःख जास्त. So that is the thing which we have to understand very well. We feel that somehow the action and rajoguna will bring us more and more happiness. That is why we do lot of work in order to get lot of money, in order to buy lot of sukha. असं सर्वसाधारण कॅल्क्युलेशन आपलं असं असतं. Let us work very hard. Why? Because let us have lot of money. Why? Because then we will be able to buy a lot of happiness. But then you will hardly see anyone who is Rajasic enjoying that happiness. He may become wealthy, really. He may become wealthy, but he may not be able to enjoy the wealth. Becoming wealthy and enjoying the wealth is so different. No. स्वामी विवेकानंदांच्या जीवनामध्ये असा एक प्रसंग आला होता की when he went to some Maharaja and there was a huge painting and he was really beautiful and he was enjoying it. तेव्हा महाराज आले आणि अभिमानाने त्यांनी सांगितलं की हे म्हणजे एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी प्राइस he had paid for buying that painting. So he appreciated it, but he said that you see, you spend a lot of money to buy it, but I am the one who is fully enjoying it. मला त्याच्यातून जे काही समाधान मिळतंय, that is not parallel to anything. So one who spends lot of money or earns lot of wealth is not necessarily a happy person. On the contrary, if we really see it very closely with open heart, with great analysis, we'll find that wealth also creates lot of problems. म्हणजे असे जे वेल्दी लोक असतात सगळेच all the wealthy people would have become very happy in fact, but they are the people who are not able to sleep well. And if they sleep, they have dreams of income tax raid and so on and so forth. Or they dream that yes, I have earned so much of money and all that, but the boy, the son, he may waste everything. वो नालायक लड़का निकला है मेरा, सब मेरा किया हुआ डुबो देगा ये. All the time thinking like that. You find this is the thing which can happen with people who are wealthy. So रजोगुणानी तुम्हाला पुष्कळ धन कमावता येतं, सगळं काही कमावता येतं, but you may not be able to enjoy it. Finally you will find that it ends in dukkha only. Very peculiar thing which he has given and which we have to really analyze and find out and see for ourselves. म्हणून ते असं म्हणतायत की रजस्तु फलम दुःखम अज्ञानम तमसा फलम. ऑल द रॉंग अँड रॉंग ऍक्शन, पाप कर्म करणाऱ्याला खरं म्हणजे पनिशमेंट आपोआपच मिळत असते, because he goes into more and more darkness. There is no Chitragupta or anybody who is going to calculate anything after death, but Ajnanam Tamasa Phalam, he automatically plunges into more and more darkness. Ajnanam Tamasa Phalam. We come to 17. सत्वा संजायते ज्ञानम रजसो लोभ एव च प्रमाद मोहो तमसो भवतो अज्ञानम एव च. So almost the same thing has been told again. Sattva sanjayate jnanam, the real knowledge. Jnana, of course, is the spiritual knowledge, is the knowledge of the self. It is not avidya, or it is not the relative knowledge. It is not worldly knowledge which we are talking about. So sattva sanjayate jnanam म्हणजे जीवन विद्या त्याला प्राप्त होते. जीवन कसं जगावं हे त्याला कळावं लागतं, जो सात्विक असतो. सो सत्वात संजायते ज्ञानम रजसो लोभ एवच. जास्तीत जास्त जो राजसिक असेल त्याला जास्तीत जास्त लोभ, मोर ऍक्शन, मोर डिझायर, more and more desires. That is the thing. That is a very peculiar thing with the Rajasic person. So this is something we need not accept it because Gita has said it. We can observe it. We can find out for ourselves whether it is true or not. की जितका रजोगुण वाढत जातो तितका लोभ वाढत जातो. जितका लोभ वाढत जातो तितके तणाव वाढत जातात. जितके तणाव वाढत जातात तितकं दुःख वाढत जातं. And that is why psychosomatic diseases are very common in people who are rajoguni, and depression is very common in people who are tamoguni. Tamoguni जे असतात ना, depression is one disease of the predominance of तमोगुण. कारण अज्ञानाचं आवरण इतकं जास्त होतं की मला काहीच करायची इच्छा राहत नाही. You see the people under depression, they are like stones only. They will not take care of their own health, their own clothes. They may not take bath. They may not even care for food, hygiene, nothing. Totally inactive. You know, depression is characteristic of very high tamoguna. Okay, so that is what pramado मोहो तमसो भवतो ज्ञानमेव च. म्हणून तमसामधून प्रमाद, मोह, अज्ञान, these are the results of tamoguna. So in these two slokas the same thing has been told which was told earlier as well. ऊर्ध्वं गच्छति सत्वस्था मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति राजसा जघन्य गुणवृत्तिस्था अधो गच्छन्ति तामसा. So finally once again he has told की गती कशी होते. आणि जसं अष्टावक्र गीतेमध्ये आपण बघितलं होतं की या मती सा गती भवेत, की at the time of death या मती सा. In fact there are many scriptures which tell that the last thought which you have at the time of death carries the sukshma sharira, because the death is of only sthula sharira. बाकी सगळे संस्कारासहित सूक्ष्म शरीर हे पुढच्या योनीमध्ये जातच. And then the same kind of the samskaras which are there carried forward to the next. Ya mati sa gati bhavet, the last thought really at the time of death. And the last thought at the time of death is the result of the trigunatmak action which you have. Sattva guna, rajoguna, tamoguna याच्या लीलेमधून जे काही निष्पन्न होतं त्याच्यातूनच तुमचा तो शेवटचा विचार, ती शेवटची गती प्राप्त होते. आणि ती जी गती असते त्याप्रमाणे ऊर्ध्वम गच्छति सत्वस्था. सत्वस्थ, one who is established in sattva guna all the time, ऊर्ध्वम गच्छति, he goes in the upwards region, as we see the higher and higher regions of consciousness. So his consciousness goes on expanding all the time as he goes to higher and higher regions. In tamoguna, the consciousness starts contracting all the time as he goes to lower and lower regions. Atala, vitala, sutala, patala, rasatala वगैरे याच्यामध्ये जसे तसं आकुंचित होत जाईल चेतना, जास्तीत जास्त आकुंचित होत जाईल. While the awareness will go on expanding as you go upwards with sattva guna. So urdhvam gacchati sattवस्था मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति राजसाः. So from the spiritual point of view, there are three classes. जसं आपल्याला आर्थिक दृष्ट्या आपण म्हणतो की the rich class, the middle class, and the poor class. So these are the three classes which we generally regard in the ordinary life. In spiritual life also, these are the three classes. Sattva is the higher class people. Middle class are rajasic. And therefore they take birth generally in Mrityu Loka only. Once again coming back to the earth and continuing with the same thing from last page onwards, the new book again begins. Okay. Madhye tishtanti rajasa jaganya gunavruttistha adho gachanti tamasaha. Jaganya gunavruttistha म्हणजे जे पापकर्मी असतात, जे हिंसात्मक विचारांनी भरलेले असतात, असे तामसिक लोक अधो गच्छन्ति, they go into the lower regions of consciousness. So same thing again is repeated in this shloka also. Now in the 19th, which we shall chant today, and probably maybe we'll stop there or one more if we time permits. Now what he is saying is the essence of this particular chapter. Nanyang gunebhyah kartaram yada drishthanupashyati gunebhyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati. So now what is the actual sadhana? ही गुणांची लीला तर चालूच आहे संपूर्ण. प्रकृती त्रिगुणात्मक आहे, क्षेत्रज्ञ आहे तो क्षेत्रामध्ये आहे आणि त्याच्यामुळे तो पण त्या प्रभावाखाली आल्यासारखा कमीत कमी वाटतो आहे. So the life seems to be decided by the play of gunas. Where do I go then? If I have sattva guna, rajoguna, taboguna, and all these things are going on, do I have any choice of coming out of it or deciding my way of life, going to the higher regions or something? Do I have a choice? Okay. And he says that you do have a choice. What is the choice? To see the play of guna as a witness. That is what this Nanyam gunebhyah kartaram yada drishtan anupashyati. की हे सगळं जे काही माझ्या जीवनात चाललेलं आहे, ही सगळी गुणांची लीला आहे. न अन्य गुणेभ्यः कर्तारम. जे काही घडत आहेत ते गुणांच्या माध्यमातून, गुणच सगळं काही करत आहेत. whatever is happening at the physical level, at the mental level, at the intellectual level, even at the spiritual level, हे सगळं गुणच करीत आहेत. मी फक्त साक्षी आहे, या सगळ्याशी माझा काही संबंध नाही. I am only a passive witness. I am only, if I start watching the play of gunas and do not get involved in the action of gunas, then I really come back to myself. Then I really get established in Purusha. Otherwise, I will remain with Prakriti, I will remain with gunas, and I will be affected by the gunas. Then gunas will decide my life. म्हणून इथे प्रश्न फक्त असाच आहे की whether life should be decided by Prakriti, that is the play of gunas, or whether our life should be decided by or enjoyed by the Purusha, who is there, who is only a witness. So नान्यम गुणेभ्यः कर्तारम यदा द्रष्टा अनुपश्यति. ही जो द्रष्टा है, the seer, the Purusha. If the Purusha becomes aware that I am only an observer, I am only a witness, I am not the doer, only the Prakriti is the doer, the gunas of the Prakriti, they are the doers, I am only a witness. That sort of consciousness, if it arises, gunebhyascha param vetti, he transcends the trigunas. Gunebhyascha param vetti, he goes beyond the action of trigunas. Madbhavam sodhigacchati. then Krishna says he comes to Madbhavaha. He merges with Krishna consciousness. He merges with God consciousness. He is established in consciousness of the Brahman. He gets established in the consciousness of the ultimate reality. Hmm. तदा द्रष्टू स्वरूपे अवस्थानम, अशा प्रकारची ती स्थिती येऊ शकते. सो द सोल्युशन विच इज गिवन राईट नाव हिअर इज विटनेसिंग अवर ओन लाईफ and not getting involved in what is happening in our life. Can we do that? Actually, it is so simple to say that, but we get involved in so many ways. We get involved. ही खरी म्हणजे साधना आहे की जे जे काही घटित होत आहे ते गुणांचं कार्य आहे. आणि ठीक आहे, तब्येत बिघडले, सो आय एम जस्ट सीइंग इट दॅट द बॉडी इज गेटिंग डिटिरियोरेटेड. If there is stomach trouble, I am watching that also. Let us happen. It will take its original body has the capacity to cure itself. What is happening at the mental level? म्हणजे जेव्हा जेव्हा आपल्याला क्रोध येईल तेव्हा तेव्हा can we just stand back and observe that anger as a witness? Can we do that? That is what Bhagavad Gita is asking. Anya gunebhya kartaram. I am only the witness. I am watching my anger. So two things are required for this. What is happening to us is, so suddenly we get involved in the anger that the anger gets translated into action immediately. की आपल्याला जेव्हा क्रोध येतो तेव्हा त्या क्रोधामध्ये आपल्या प्रकृतीजन्य गुणांमुळे आपण लगेच त्याच्यामध्ये अशा प्रकारे इन्व्हॉल्व होतो की दॅट anger gets translated into action. Then we start abusing, then we start beating. That is translation of anger into action. But suppose if we get aware that I am getting angry, this awareness itself, the moment this awareness comes, anger reduces to half. म्हणून Krishnamurti always used to say, seeing is ending. If you clearly see the emotions rising in chitta, that seeing itself is ending. The moment you start watching it, of course it's a great sadhana, it doesn't come. हा साधनेचाच विषय आहे आणि हे सांगायला अतिशय सोपं आहे, करायला अतिशय कठीण आहे. परंतु तसं जर केलं तर लाईफ बिकम्स जॉयस, यु नो दॅट. म्हणून संत महापुरुष हे काही घडलं त्यांच्या बाबतीत, वैयक्तिक बाबतीत किंवा विश्वामध्ये, तरी आनंदातच असायचंय, काही घडलं तरी. दुष्काळाच्या काळामध्ये तुकारामांचं सर्व, त्यांची बायको मेली, पोरं मेली, सगळी गेली, तुकारामांच्यात काही फरक पडला नाही. तेव्हा ईश्वराची इच्छा आहे. You know, very peculiar thing in which he has forgive me for, but Tukaram has said is, so if I say also, you should definitely forgive. ते काय म्हणते, बरेच आहले पीडा गेली, मरतीला मरो तर रांडा पोरे. जेव्हा ती पोरं आणि बायको त्यांची गेली, उद्वेगाने का विना, पण ते ही इज जस्ट वॉचिंग. ही सेड बरं झालं, माझे सगळे ज्या अटॅचमेंट होत्या त्या परमेश्वरांनी आपोआपच सगळ्या काढून घेतल्या, मुक्त झालो एकदांचा मी. This is how a yogi or the great soul starts looking at. Now this is not a small thing. The wife and the child dying, तेव्हा प्रचंड दुष्काळ पडला होता आणि त्याच्यामध्ये ही घटना ऍक्च्युअली घडली. आणि ते काय म्हणतात, बरेच आले पीडा गेली. की परमेश्वरा तूच खरोखर हे माझ्यासाठी घडवून आणलंस, माझ्या पाठीमागची पीडा, पोरं बाळ म्हणजे सगळा संसार, ती पीडा, त्यांच्याकरता अन्न शोधून तूच माझा, यू डीड एव्हरीथिंग. ओ गॉड, आय एम सो ग्रेटफुल टू यू. नाउ दिस तुकाराम अलोन कॅन से दिस बिकॉज ही इज विटनेसिंग, ही इज गुणातीत. आणि असं जर झालं तर काही जरी घटना घडली, it becomes only a leela of prakriti, it becomes only a sports, and you keep on enjoying it. So the key to enjoy life has been given in the shloka 19. of Bhagavad Gita. So anyway, I think we have come to the end of our time and we shall stop here and we shall continue tomorrow. ओम असतो मा सद्गमय आपण म्हणूया. ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम तत्सत.